Have you ever felt bad for taking a break because someone online told you you need to work 24/7? Everywhere you look, you see people talk about building a business, be your own boss, chasing money, fame, and success. You see fancy cars, luxury trips, and there are gurus everywhere teaching you how to get rich. And above all of it, there's one term coming up again and again: the hustle culture. From gym success to building a business, everyone keeps saying you need to lock in, outwork everyone, and no days off. At first it sounds smart and inspiring, but here's the twist. What should help you, motivate you, give you everything you ever wanted? It hurts you. What's supposed to make you better slowly breaks you. It eats away at your health, chips away from you, step by step. Welcome to the hustle culture paradox. Before we go deeper, let's be clear about what hustle culture exactly means, because it's often misunderstood. By definition, hustle culture is a mindset that promotes an obsessive and relentless work ethic, believing that constant hard work, long hours, and sacrificing self-care are necessary for success. It glamorizes being busy and overworking, often equating personal worth with professional achievement and productivity. If you're watching this video, this is nothing new to you. At least I hope so. But here's something most people don't know. Hustle culture isn't new. It started getting big in the Silicon Valley days. People bragged about sleeping in office, working through the night, and trying to outwork everyone in order to make it big. So this concept isn't new, it just got repackaged and slightly different, so it could be sold to you again and again and again. But this time, it's actually dangerous. More dangerous than ever. Back then, the people pushing it were actual startup founders. People like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and so on. Today, it's mostly online gurus. And they're not doing it to help you. They're doing it to make money off of you. And that's the major difference. To stand out, they push crazier and crazier messages to the people. Because they need to. In order to stand out, to promote their own thing, they need to tell you better numbers than the other one. You need to sell more money, you need to sell a better lifestyle, and you need to sell harder work hours. And you can see it on YouTube. The tutorials went from let's make 1K a month to 10K a month, now even 100K a month. People were crazy when they made 10K. Now you get sometimes people making 400K, 1 million, of course all in profit. The same with work hours. We went from 60 hours a week is a lot of work to Alex Hormozy saying, quote, "If slaves could work all their lives, I can do too." Like, seriously? If that principle doesn't already set up alarms, wake up. But let's look at this from a scientific angle. What actually happens when you try to work non-stop, when you try to grind 24/7? To do that work, you have to stress yourself. And stress is the key factor here, because the hormones in your body now set off adrenaline and cortisol. That's great for keeping up, yes, but biologically it was made to, I don't know, run away from a lion, not to work 24/7. At first you think it's your friend, because that carries you to the first days, constantly pushing yourself over your own limits. But also, biologically, stress can only exist if there's a point after it where you can calm down. Because adrenaline and cortisol isn't good for you. It takes up energy reserves that aren't made for this kind of work. It works for running away from a lion and maybe working for 1 day, maybe 2 days. But after that, you need time to rest. If you don't give it the rest, your body is shutting down. Furthermore, if your body is stressed, you can't fulfill normal tasks. It goes on your prefrontal cortex. That's a part of your brain which is important for strategic thinking, for getting important work done. Stress impacts that a lot, which means the more stress you have, the worse you can do your tasks, the more stress you will put on yourself because you need to do these tasks, and the cycle starts and it runs until your body crashes. This ends in panic attacks, illness, burnout. Our bodies simply aren't made for that kind of work. So next time you see someone or hear someone telling you about grinding 24/7, grinding all the time, working all the time, be aware that it's bullshit. Be aware that the hustle culture, which should help you, actually fucks you up scientifically. These people only tell you that because you then feel bad because you can achieve those hours by their cause. They get a lot richer because of it. Don't believe the guy showing off his rented cars and his rented luxury lifestyle because you want to achieve it too. If the grass is greener on the other side, it's fake. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So, if you want to actually learn how to be productive, how to actually get work done while also having maybe a social life and a good mental health, leave a subscription, because that's a topic the next bonus video will be about. See you next week for Chase Mod episode 14.